Remember when I asked for your feedback on XDefiant? Well, here's the video where I talk about everything that you guys suggested. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and it's been some time now since I put out a video asking for all of your feedback on XDefiant and how we could fix the game and what new stuff they could add to keep you interested or even bring back old players or bring in new ones. And I have to say the response to that video was overwhelming, and you all showed up and showed out in the comments of that video, and I've since compiled those suggestions and passed them along, but it didn't feel right unless I gave you an update on the summary of the stuff that I passed along. So a lot of people did end up commenting similar ideas, so I had to combine and condense because there were a lot of great ideas. And after doing that and sending it over, I wanted to, one, let everyone know what feedback was provided as a whole, and two, some of my thoughts on each suggestion, since most of these weren't my own. So here we go. First up, new playlist in between unranked and ranked that has SBMM based on skill rating, as this would help reduce smurfs who just want a competitive game and can't get a ranked game, and also help those who want similar skill teammates to not quit the game. This one definitely came from someone who has either seen my live streams or some of my old videos before, because I've been saying that this game needs something like this for a long time now. The problem with adding this now, however, is it would divide the already reduced player base, so in its current state, they might want to hold off on doing that. But in the long run, it's a fantastic idea, and I'm 100% behind it. A few people mentioned adding a game mode with no abilities, and while I did pass that along, I feel like that would just be cutting the game in half. Abilities are a big part of what this game is and the identity of it, and when I say this, I mean this in the most respectful way possible, but if that is what's keeping you from playing this game, then maybe it's just not for you, and that's okay. The next suggestion was ranked rewards needing to be better. They've said in the past, ranked is for everyone, and it's really not, because not everyone wants to play ranked. Some people play ranked because they enjoy competitive gameplay, others play ranked for the rewards, and you can entice a pretty decent number of people with good rewards. And currently, if all the rewards this season were replaced and we got weapon XP boosters, I'd say that would be better than what we have now, and that's not a good thing. Next up, we had allow cosmetics to cover attachments, especially the mastery camos we worked so hard for. Some attachments just ruin the aesthetic of the whole gun. Yes, yes, yes. I don't think I need to say anything further. So moving right along here, we have add more medals for things like collat kills, double kills with grenades, etc. This is something that would be nice to see, but not really anything too major that I think is going to bring somebody back or keep somebody playing. It is kind of annoying that I have to check the kill feed to verify I actually got a collat sometimes, but other than that, getting a medal in the middle of the screen would be nothing more than just a verification, for me at least. This next one I had to add a little bit more onto because it was originally just reconsider store pricing. So let me explain something. I've touched on some of this before in passing, but I just need to come out and say it. So listen up. There's nothing wrong with the store pricing. Let me say it one more time. There is nothing wrong with the store pricing. I've seen so many people complain about the prices of individual skins and also the bundle prices, but they just complain without any logic or math to back anything up. Just the other day, I responded back to something I saw on Twitter where someone mentioned bundles were overpriced and skins shouldn't be more than $3.99 each. Well, for a bundle that has 5 skins, if they were all $3.99 each, that would be $20. And if you convert $20 to X coins, it comes out to 2,100 X coins, and that bundle costs 2,500 X coins. So again, I don't think the issue is with the pricing for most things. Some of the legendary skins are a bit too much in my opinion, but everything else is fine. The real issue, in my opinion, is the rarity system. There are skins rated as epic that have no business being anything more than common, and for that, they charge 1,000 X coins for something that should cost only 400. Whoever's working on pricing and setting the rarity levels needs a reality check or something. We need some sort of standard for things like this. But moving on, a couple people mentioned the grenade glitch where you go to throw it and it just noodle arms it at your own feet. Definitely needs to be fixed, been going on for way too long now. And then this one was interesting. Revamp sidearms somehow. Never use them unless forced to level up. Couldn't agree more with the second half of this. I'm not really sure how you would revamp anything to do with your secondary weapons, but the second part of that statement is very true. I do feel forced to use them. But I feel like other games are the same way. There's really no incentive other than camos to use them. Maybe give us an LTM where we only use secondary weapons or something, which brings me right into the next suggestion, more LTMs, which could also be a great place to test out a no ability mode if they wanted to try that. Then we get to some feedback I thought made the most sense ever. Implement a test server. Test servers are a great idea. A lot of other games have them, specifically other Ubisoft games like Rainbow Six Siege have them, where they let us, the players, test the new stuff coming in the next big update before they break the game with it. Let us find the bugs. You are a small team. Take advantage of what you have. You have a dedicated player base that wants to see this game succeed. I would most definitely play a test server, especially if I got some kind of an incentive for it. Play the test server for X amount of hours, get a weapon XP booster. Either way, it couldn't hurt. Now let's hit a speed round of some short suggestions. We have custom crosshair colors, universal camos, make snipers be able to quickscope, free-for-all mode, give us more for daily challenges, not just account XP, and a mercenary playlist. All great ideas. To elaborate on that last one for anyone who may not know what a mercenary playlist means, it just means you're not able to squad up, so it's just all solo players, which I think is a great idea because who wants to play a stack in a game like Escort? A lot of this is new content outside of trying to fix the sniper thing, but here's something that's a great idea for what we currently have. If a game mode is less played, have a week or weekend where that mode offers additional 50% base and weapon XP to attract more players. This is an amazing idea, especially for game modes like Capture the Flag and Hotshot that don't get enough love and are always dead playlists and you can never really find a game. Something like this would certainly help because the daily challenges just aren't enough. This next one was severely shortened down as it could possibly be a whole video by itself, and a huge thanks to the person that took the time to write all of this out. But what it all boils down to is a potential faction overhaul where instead of 2 abilities to choose from, you just get 1. You don't need to make a choice. You just pick a faction. This is their ability. This is their ultimate. This is their passive. Obviously, this would snowball into having to rework much more. Things like their passives need to be stronger. Ultras probably would need to be stronger as well. Great idea. Scared shitless to see how they would do that, but interesting nonetheless. Here's another one that warmed my heart just a little bit, made me all fuzzy inside. Double check attachments to see if they are doing what they claim to do. Now, this has got to be somebody who's seen some of my quality check videos, and if you miss me doing those, let me know down in the comments. I know it's been a while. But to round out this last few suggestions here, we have better ping system, obviously the netcode fixes, and then the one last thing I moved to last for this video because I feel like I want to discuss this a little more in detail, the battle pass. A lot of people have been saying the season needs to be shorter. Even some other creators have gone out of their way and made videos about this, so let me throw my 2 cents in. First and foremost, I do not think the season needs to be shortened at all. I think what needs to happen is the battle pass needs to be longer and also slightly harder to level up, because the battle pass should be able to last the whole season, and if the season was shorter, say 60 days, not addressing the actual length of the battle pass, people are still finishing it in just 1 day or less. On top of making the pass longer, there needs to be more in-game stuff, events, LTMs, a mid-season refresh, maybe even split the battle pass into 2 parts to get people to come back, just like Apex did. Just need to make sure you do it in the right way and don't make the same mistake that Apex almost did. Shortening the season would also mean less time for them to come up with new content for future seasons and less time to test the new season. Both not great things. Now, you could argue that implementing a test server could help with the other half of that, but still, I don't think it's a great idea to shorten the season. Seasons are 90 days for many reasons, and ultimately, shortening that shortens the lifespan of the game. Players want all this content up front or as soon as they can get it, and they don't realize that getting all of that now comes with a price of getting less or nothing later. I've said it many times before, this game, despite what they tell you, is still in beta until at least year 2 starts. Once year 2 comes around, then we can start attacking the formula of seasons. But until then, let's rein it in a bit, see what they do with it, and just ride it out. So what do you think about all this feedback? Is all of this enough to get this game rolling or at least push back in the right direction? Is something missing? Let me know down in the comments. And also, if you haven't seen the first episode of Faction Wars, you should probably go check that out. I am looking for someone to commentate over it, sort of like a play-by-play. So if that's something you're interested in, either hit me up on Twitter or in the Discord. Links for both will be in the description below, and I'll catch you in the next upload.